What a great day it is to be alive. We are reading the lesson for today, which discusses illusions, images, and symbols, how to study Bible prophecy. Please send this to someone you love. Today is Wednesday, May 14th. God among his people. Following the leading of God's presence in the cloud, the Israelites would stop in their journey to the promised land to set up the tabernacle, and then the tribes would pitch their camps around it, 3 tribes on each side. The presence of God will descend into the most holy place and take up residence in the midst of his people. There was one dominant tribe on each side of the tabernacle. According to Numbers 2, who were these 4 dominant tribes? In Numbers 2 and verse 3, they're in the east. Numbers 2 and verse 10 is the south. Numbers 2 and verse 18 is in the west. And Numbers 2 and 25, it's in the north. Notice that each dominant tribe flew its own standard or special flag to designate who they were. While the scriptures are not explicit in describing what was on each flag, there's an interesting tradition, loosely based on the tribal characteristics described in Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33, that assigns one of the 4 faces to each of the 4 compass points. According to rabbinical tradition, the standard of Judah bore the figure of a lion, that of Reuben, the likeness of a man or a man's head, that of Ephraim, the figure of an ox, and that of Dan, the figure of an eagle, so that the 4 living creatures united the cherubim forms described by Ezekiel were represented upon these 4 standards. It is possible to read much into tradition, of course, but it is interesting to compare this ancient tradition with the Bible's description of the New Jerusalem. An interesting pattern emerges. There are gates representing 3 tribes on all 4 sides of the city. That's in Revelation 21:12 to 13. The descriptions of both the camp of Israel and the New Jerusalem underscore one crucial fact. God intends to pull humanity close to his throne. The book of Revelation teaches us that the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are its temple. That's Revelation 21 and verse 22. Of course, we don't live in the camp of Israel, but what are ways we can, in our own lives now, draw close to the presence of God? My name is Pastor Patrick Graham from the Glenridge Seventh-day Adventist Church. Thank you for listening. And